episode, many of you have asked, and we're finally going to do it. We're going to do a CNC studio tour. So this is clearly where I spend the majority of my time. Besides with my family at home, when I'm not home, this is exactly where I am. So CNC has been in existence for 45 years, and it's owned and operated by myself, Carrie, and my mom, Cheryl Brennan. So this year is going to be her last year. She's retiring after 45 awesome years. So I'll be taking over as sole owner. But I'm looking up and excited for the challenge. We've got about 2,000 students, and we've got an unbelievable facility here with about 13,000 square feet. So come on in and take a look and see what we've got to offer. So as you enter, this is our lobby area. And we've got all of our winnings from the last competition, which was Kids Artistic Review, which is pretty awesome and impressive. We've got 9 different dance studios here. Again, this is our front lobby. And as you come in, you're greeted by our office manager. This is Miss Lauren. Hi, Miss Lauren, how are you? And this is Lisa. And again, these are our office managers. They're holding down the forts and all accounts here. So they're wonderful, and I'm not sure how I would survive without them. This is our reception desk. So this is where you usually find Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl usually sits back here and directs everybody where to go. We've got all of our staffers there. We've got 23 staffers on staff here at CNC. And we've got all kinds of pictures and things of our kids around. This is our best thing. Everybody loves this. It's actually empty, there's nothing in there, but. So again, here we are. We've got all of our trophies. And we move into our very first studio, which is Studio Red, and they're all color-coded to make it easier for the kids to be able to find where they're going, for especially some of our younger students. So this is Studio Red. It's just a small studio here. It's in the very front. We've got bars and everything around. Again, it's a little untidy, so we're sorry about that, but it's competition week. This is where we do a lot of hip-hop. We do some of our rec classes and things like that. In all of our rooms, we've got marley floors, wood floors, or matted floors. So yeah, we want to make sure that injuries are minimal here. We've got lots of equipment, and we've got viewing windows in each of the rooms that are open the first week of every month for the parents to view. So that's Studio Red. And then we walk through here. We're going to go back out to the lobby. There's Miss Amanda and Jessica. Hey guys. And we're going to head down the hallway here. So this is where all the kids, you can tell it's class night. This is where all the kids hang all of their goodies and bags. And they keep everything under the cubbies for safekeeping. And that takes us to our first room, which is Studio Bleu. Studio Bleu we had built and sized up to match the size of a typical dance stage. So I'll take you on inside. Miss Jenya's in there teaching ballet. So this is Studio Bleu. And interestingly enough, because it's competition week, we're doing Spirit Week. So although these girls don't look like they're dressed for ballet, it's Character Day. So that's why they're usually dressed in black and pink, but not tonight. It's Character Day, so hope you understand and hope you forgive their attire. As we head down this way, we've got Studio Purple in the middle, but we'll show you that after. Again, we've got all of our dance moms and dads sitting down here waiting for classes. Dance moms and dads, hey guys, how are you? So this is the second entrance to Studio Bleu. We call this Bleu 2. So if you remembered when we showed you before, this room separates into 2 different studios, so we can accommodate close to 150 students in there if needed be. Okay, so our studio is built like an entire square, and everything's in the middle. There's Miss Mandy. Hi, Miss Mandy. There's Mr. Pat. That's my brother. He heads up the entire hip-hop program here at CNC, as well as contemporary and even jazz. So he's totally awesome, and I'm super proud because, again, that's my baby brother. He's also on the staff of CAR, and he works for Flow 40, which is a convention touring group. So again, we're super lucky to have him. This is our sewing room, and this is at the back of the studio. I'm afraid to see what's in here. It's pretty messy. But I will show you some pictures. This is where all the magic happens. All of our costumes are custom made and designed by our competition and show troupe choreographers. And then we've got seamstresses that work on staff with us to make our dreams come true as far as costuming. So these are our restrooms. And of course, you're gorgeous. Okay, they each have 4 stars, and we've got water fountains all around the studio. So here we are in the back. So Miss Cheryl is not only a dance teacher, but she is a licensed massage and sports therapist too. So this is her spa and massage room. So when the kids have injuries or anything like that, she's super easy to come on back here and work anything out. Sometimes she even shows up at competitions with us with her massage bed and gives the kids warm-up massages. Cheryl's Body Shop. so we're coming around the circle again, trophies galore, and that brings us to Studio Yellow. Studio Yellow is a raised sprung floor. We offer mostly our tap classes in here, but we also offer Irish step dancing, and we have a group that comes in. So it gives a really great sound. Again, viewing windows in every room. It's pretty large in space. We've got mats in the corner if you need. Pardon the messiness, but again, that's Studio Yellow. And we're continuing down this same hallway, and we're gonna go back to Studio Purple. So here we are. This is the smallest of our spaces. Studio Purple we usually use for our younger kids classes because there's limited space in there, but there's also not much in there for the kids to be distracted by. So come on in, let's take a peek and see who's in here. So this is Miss K in there, and this is just one of our little tiny tap classes that are working on some choreography. It's actually character day, as I said earlier, for Spirit Week. So we've got a little Dalmatian in here, we've got Batman and Supergirl. Okay, so we're coming back out in the hallway, and we're gonna finish down. And we're heading down to the end of the hallway. And it's gonna take us to Studio Green. So Studio Green is an all acro room that we do a lot of the boys' classes in hip hop in here also. There's a mat already laid, so we don't need to open and close them. We've got mats covering the wall, so it's a nice, safe, fun room for the kids. We've got all kinds of mat shapes over there for the acro. Usually this is Mr. Pat's room. He likes this for all of our boys' classes. We have a pretty large boys' program here at CNC. So this is a great place for them to come in and feel safe and comfortable without the girls peeping in on them too much. And then as we come out here, we have Studio Pink. This is the 7th of our studios, Studio Pink. We have a front entrance out to the front, and Studio Pink is exactly that. This is Miss Amanda in here, and Studio Pink, as you can see, we've got some little divas in here. Hi, Miss Amanda. There's an entrance out to the front, so parents can come and go that way if they need, but this is obviously our little people's favorite room. This brings us to some of our wall art and our study hall. This is Miss Sammy and Mr. Pat. That's my brother and sister-in-law. They were in Step Up 1 and Step Up 2. We've got the Kinney sisters where they were on So You Think You Can Dance. We've got Mr. Pat again up there. We've got all kinds of fun credentials. That's Mr. Pat when he was a bit younger. He was on the tour with Tony Braxton. And then this takes us to our study hall. I'm afraid to open this door and see what's inside to see if they're actually studying. And that takes us to our study hall, our snack shop. That takes us to our snack shop. We've got vending machines. There's Miss Lee. Hi, Lee. There's snack machines, and we've got refrigerators and microwaves and everything in there. The kids are really great about actually making their own dinners and taking breaks when they need to, keeping food where it belongs. And that takes us back out to the front. We do have a media room in here, which has a TV, VCR. That's where we do a lot of the critiques with the kids after competition, where our teachers will sit down with them and go over comments and what we can improve on. So this takes us to our new wing, and we're going to see studio number 8 and 9. So this is what we call our CNC Wall of Fame. These are all of our show troupe kids and our competitive level kids and all of their headshots. So we head down this hallway, and this is my favorite room. This is the stars room, and this is what most of you have seen before. And in here, you'll see an awful lot of familiar places that you may have seen before in some other YouTube videos. So again, this is the stars room. Again, the mats are down permanently in here. We've got lots and lots of mirror space. We've got stars, and of course, Miss Carrie's favorite thing, which is bling. All the wall and stars are completely rhinestoned. We've got some beautiful bathrooms in here. We've got our contortion wall over here. We've got our stretching blocks. We've got balance beams. We even have track lighting in each of the rooms that we had installed, and that kind of gives the kids a good feel. Once we're rehearsing and stuff for competition, it makes them feel really great as we're turning off lights and giving them the whole performance atmosphere. So it's kind of fun for them. And as I said, I'm sure you recognize this wall especially. And then this takes us to our last room. This is the hallway to the gray room. This is mostly where we do our biggest rehearsals. Again, we had it built to specs and sized out. We've also have the stage lighting in here, equipped with mirrors. We've got a bunch of kids sitting in here just watching some choreography rehearsals. So we'll take a sneak peek at what they're doing, but remember, it's character day. So there we are with Mr. Jesse and Miss Sammy up at the front, and Miss Cheryl's watching on. So Mr. Jesse with his clipboard is making critiques. So this is our gray room. Again, we had our graffiti down across the back, which is one of our favorite parts of the studio. And all the kids are anxiously looking. This is also a raised sprung floor in here. And the kids are all lined up and they're giving critiques and comments. And Mr. Jesse's always amazing about doing that and giving corrections. All of our staff members and what we call our dream team work together to always make sure that no matter whose choreography it is, that we are helping each other out and supporting each other and giving the kids exactly what they need. So that's what we love about CMC and our dream team. That's about it. That's all we've got. You saw the 9 studios. Again, it's a little messy, so you don't mind. Hope you don't mind. But we're getting ready for competition this weekend, so we got to get back to work. But that's where we are. We hope you love it. We've been here for about 12 years, and we're hoping to keep expanding as we go. Kids are pouring in from everywhere, so we're thrilled to have them, and hope you enjoyed our studio tour. CMC, the only place to dance.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.